Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. We're at the range. Having fun with the Toz with a Umarex 4x32 scope that I scored off of my Umarex Primex because, well, it's a nitro piston gun and you don't like this scope very much. But the Toz seems to enjoy it. But the Toz also seems to enjoy pretty expensive ammo. So I've been mucking around with this Federal Ultra Match because my buddy said it worked pretty good in the Toz. Now, you got to keep in mind, I'm an absolute perfectionist. And well, even at that, I really don't want to go through another 20 types of ammo. However, I did go through a bunch of Federal stuff and it did okay, somewhat. Every time I'd move to a different target down there, I would have to make an adjustment. So I figured, well, maybe it's just one of those weird things. So I just finished shooting 2 targets down there with the Ely Force, and this is $13 a box. Now my Mark II Savage GXP, it adores Ely contact, and I can get the same bullet, same hole, usually about 3 times in a row. However, I'm still working on this one, and of course I am fighting the fact that, well, it's got no zoom to it. It's just a 4 times, so different picture. But I am at 25 yards regardless. It seems it is definitely liking Ely contact quite a bit, but I thought for you guys, we'd shoot 5 rounds at the very center target, and then we'll walk up to it and show you all 3. Now, I think overall, I mean, it's not bad, but I still got to try this at 50 yards and see how it does there. So, because I'm kind of curious of how things are going to go, because if it has any more of a spread, then yeah, this is going to be a no-go for Ely, because I want this rifle to be capable, because of the length of the barrel, it's 25.5 inches, of 100-yard shooting at precision. So let's just get on point here and see what we can do. That hit a little high. But we're still doing 5 shots either way. See where they land. Maybe these are going to do the same thing when you're moving up. Because down below, it seemed okay. Oh, that one hit the ground. Yeah, prove it. She's doing good for an old girl, you know. That one went a little left. One more. All right, let's go down range and see how we did. Not every bullet flies perfect, so you got to have some grace. Alright, so this one was the first shot that went a little high. This one was nicely centered as far as here, and this shot a little bit on the tall side. These ones went a little lower, and this was the one we pulled on. But I'm pretty sure that's looking like Ely might not be perfect. This is the first one I shot here. They grouped really well. These ones grouped pretty good, except for one lower shot. But all the rest of those ended up in there. But that's going to create too far of a spread at 50 yards. So I guess I get off the hook and Ely is not what it's going to be running. So let's pop 10 rounds of that Ultra Match stuff through and see how it does in comparison. Because we're not touching the scope till we know what works. And I do have a few other choices of ammo, but I don't want to keep you guys here all day either. So, but I'll show you what the Ultra Match does. Because, well, it's a weird one. Could be because it's bulk ammo too. You never know. Gotta keep remembering to put my ears in. Sometimes I forget because it is a 22, but we're gonna shoot the federal stuff here. This is Ultra Match. So we're gonna go top right corner. Well, let's go top left first. Second shot. I yanked on that one a little. That one went a little high. Oh, maybe not. Hard to say. This trigger is really friggin' hairy. Okay, top right target this time. Same ammo. Now I did clean the barrel before I came to the range, so who knows how many shots it takes to foul in a Russian rifle. I pulled a little bit on that one, but I don't know if it affected the shot much. I think this is the last one. Last count. That was a let off the trigger quickie. All right, let's see how we did. I think maybe we might be able to use federal officer in this thing after all. I mean, if I want really good precision, my Mark II GXP, I've got it dialed in so perfect with Ely contacts, that thing stays in like below dime size, which is great, you know, but I was kind of hoping to use, well, I still might be able to use the Toz for long range, but hard to say. Wow, we got a couple in the same hole. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so these were pull shots. Okay, and then we did this one here. That was 5. So on this one, we actually got 4 out of 5 in the same hole. We just got to move it over just a little bit, but I don't think we do because this one did go dead center for a couple of rounds in there. That's really good. I'm going to play around with some more of that Federal Ultra Match today and see if I can improve these scores more. I don't want to stay here all day because I'm still getting ready for a hunting trip, but these were all Ely Force. So, and these were the Federals. And the Federals seem to be doing actually, well, really well. It's just a matter of making sure that when I pull the trigger, it doesn't jump. But having such a hairball trigger like that, like, I'm serious. If you had your finger near the trigger and sneezed, it would go off. It's really light. But I do like that, you know. But there's no way to adjust it either. When, to be honest, I wouldn't dream of it. So, besides, I'm not hunting with a big heavy beast like this anyway. I want to use it for competition shooting. So, which eventually it will have a much better scope. So at least this scope I have no parallax to worry about. So it's just a matter of controlling the gun. And this is one I was shooting earlier when the contacts first started running through it. Or no, these were Federal Match. Sorry, these were all Federal Match. So, and that's when it first started shooting. And that's from a perfectly cleaned barrel. So I was starting to sight the gun in. These two are mine here under the sticker. This one I got a friend of mine who was here earlier from the club. He shot and hit there. And then of course I was hitting here, and I used this for my main sight in. And then I started shooting these targets, and I thought, well, Federal Match, that's not looking very good. So, and that's quite a number of rounds through it. And but now it's actually doing quite well. So I'm going to shoot one more paper target of nothing but Federals and see how it turns out. And I mean, I do still have a couple of choices. I could still try some CCI standard, but I need to worry about my other gun, which I finally got back from Savage. So that'll be my next priority. But anyways, guys, let me know what you thought. I think that the Ultra Match may just be okay. And besides, it's $50 for 325 rounds. I don't mind paying that. And that was at Canadian Tire of all places, which is usually more expensive for ammo, so among everything else. But that's Canada. Anyway, viva la Canada. So, see you guys in the next one. All right, ciao.